Sophomores, I'm back, and I forgot to mention in my other announcement some interesting information. Just want to make some correlations and some connections to what we've been learning about. In the past couple of units, we talked about World War I and World War II, and how normal manufacturing industry have changed over and switched over to making defense products. So we had to go and companies and industries would start making from clothing to uniforms, or make whatever means necessary, cars to tanks, so forth. And I think I even mentioned that we probably would never see this again happen. This consumer economy going to a war economy, and because I said in our discussions that we have a complete sector of our economy just for defense purposes today, such as the tank plant in Lima, where we no longer have to convert consumer industries over to wartime. Well, I was wrong. If you're following the news, and hopefully you are staying up to date on everything with COVID-19, you will see that there are many different industries converting what they used to make to wartime materials. But this time it's not weapons. It is materials we need to fight this disease, this virus that's going around. We have companies switching over, creating ventilators, creating masks, hand sanitizers. Whatever it is, we have new industries changing what they make, converting their factories over to products that are needed to fight and take on this new disease, this new war that we have versus COVID-19. So this is exactly what we've been talking about, and you're seeing it happen real time with our consumer industry converting over to things that are needed to take on this war. It's not the first time it's ever happened. We've seen it in World War I and World War II, and now we see it here in modern time. A couple examples I know I've seen some car manufacturers, industries, GM, Ford, talking about switching over and be able to make some ventilators. Other companies that are doing that. Companies that used to make clothing or other materials now producing masks to be made. I've even seen alcohol companies, those that are making bourbons or vodkas, switching over because their alcohol content, be able to switch their what they make into a hand sanitizer. So your hand sanitizer has to be a certain percentage of alcohol. They have to convert some of the things that they do because the alcohol that is produced in bourbon and vodka are less amounts of alcohol in their content, but they're able to do that and switch it over to make something that is in need. So just wanted to put that out there, some of that real-time connection that we've talked about, and as I mentioned, I didn't think it was going to ever happen in our lifetime again, seeing consumer industry converted over to wartime. But this is a whole new war, and war against COVID-19 and a pandemic, and we're seeing this in real time. Those consumer companies switch over. So something that you can see, this is exactly what would happen. Think about some of the other things that we're doing now. Think about the supplies, the rationing that may be happening. Maybe your parents are telling you not to use so much toilet paper, use Kleenex. And ration certain things, maybe not eat so much because we can't get to the store as soon as we can. So it's interesting going through this situation. I wasn't sure we'd ever see this in our lifetime, having to ration, having to go out and buy supplies for weeks at a time, having to see consumer industry switch over to wartime. But again, this is a whole new type of war we've never seen before. So some of the effects that we're going through right now are exactly what we talked about on the home front in World War II and World War I. That is it. Hopefully maybe get some real-time connections to what happened during World War II and World War I with what's going on now, and seeing, kind of living a little bit of what happened during them. So until next time, we'll talk to you later.